things that go bump in the night.
What the? Jesus!
Me. Sam B. Shrunken head, broken legs, body parts on the concrete. Cut 'em up, butcher style gators in the swamp. Red light, leave 'em dead, running like a track meet. Scared of nobody.
You know who I am. Give any idea who you're fucking talking to. Or maybe you saw me in the playoffs. I played for the fucking goddamn champions.
Cooking meat, cannibal, trying to eat. I got a zombie army, and you can't harm me.
Hey, watch it.
You voodoo, bitch. Drink blood like a vampire without warning. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Stand up. Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night. Whoa. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Let's go. Sam B the Papa Shango, I'm Barrett Samedi. Handful of fingertips, toss them up like confetti. Stay full of corpse bitches, I'm a pimp of the dead. Come fuck with a
Another
zombie, I
drunk
put a
jerk
stake
off
in your
against
head.
God's
Look,
gift.
you want ghouls, I got fucking
Stupid git.
Maybe everybody dies and see your ass real soon. Crack bones to the mirror, hot sauce and they suck it. Now my juju ain't nothing to fuck.
Sir, looks like you've had enough. What's your room number? I'll make sure you get there safe and sound.
Stand up. Sam B got the thing that go bump in the night. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Hide your kids, grab your wife, better get out of sight. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Let's go.
Excuse me, lady. Are you okay? Can you hear me? What are you doing, sir? This is the woman's restroom.
Sam G. Who do you voodoo, bitch?
Excuse me, sir. Are you okay?
Who do you voodoo, bitch? I rip your arms off with my bare hand. Who do you voodoo, bitch? Smack your mama with it. Who do you voodoo, bitch?
And welcome to Dead Island, a paradise with resort with beautiful beaches, drinking all the pina coladas you want, and a whole lot of zombies. This is the game I definitely wanted to do for a very long time, and not that repeat that again. And it's been a while since we've done a open world game. The last open world game that we actually did was Far Cry. I think it was Far Cry 3 was the last time we've. No, that was not Tomb Raider, but it was I believe it was Far Cry was the last time we actually did was when we actually did an open world game, and an open world game like this with a lot of zombies. Oh man, you already know we're gonna have fun with this. Okay, and thank God, thank God, whatchamacallit, that the disc. That the game did not freeze on me, because this is a personal this is not a personal, this is actually a physical disc. So, and I played this game a whole bunch, so this disc has seen its days, and when I try to play it now, it freezes on me doing the main menu. Okay, let's see what challenges. No, that's personal challenges. I want to see extras. See if I have subtitles on. I don't know if it's. I think the subtitles are automatic, if I'm not mistaken. No, subtitles are on. Okay. Okay, so now let's get into it. Let's start a brand new game, and now we'll be able to choose 4 characters. Here we have Logan, the throwing arms expert. Here we have Perna. She is the firearms expert. Zane, sharp weapons expert. And then we have Sam B, the blunt weapon expert. Now, each one of them has their bios, and each one of them has their own stats, as you can see. Let's...
Oh, man. I used to be on top of the world, brother. All-pro quarterback 4 years running. Voted the sexiest Texan in 2004. Yeah, man, I beat out Dennis Quaid and Matthew McConaughey, for Christ's sake. Yeah, so I drank a few beers now and then, popped occasional pill. That's nothing compared to what the team quacks would shoot me up with just so I could play. And sometimes I just need to numb the pain, you know what I'm saying? My biggest vice was speed. No, not meth, buddy, adrenaline. I blew every penny I had on the fastest cars I could find. just so you know, I'm a damn good driver. If that asshole I was street racing hadn't sideswiped me, I never would have crashed. That poor girl would still be alive. That's right. That's right, it's his goddamn fault I shattered my leg in 6 goddamn places. So I had a few drinks in me, so what the fuck? I drive drunk better than I do sober anyway. Of course, couldn't play worth shit after that. After I got out of jail, they canned my ass, said I violated the morals clause in my goddamn contract. Ended up playing semi-pro in fucking Canada. But I'm still a name. Oh yeah, I'm still a celebrity. That's why they wanted me to promote their blood drive here. That's why they fucking flew me first class halfway around the goddamn world. Because my name still means something. Logan Carter is no goddamn douchebag.
Oh, no, he's not. From what he says there, that he's actually the fastest, he actually is. If you look at his stats, his speed is actually maxed out 100. But his stamina is not really that low, but he's still actually a very good runner. Logan... hold on, if I could...
Oh, man.
I don't want to read that again.
I used to be on top.
With Logan, of course, his health and his speed are okay, which makes him fast. His stamina, not really, so he gets tired kind of easily. But you are able to upgrade him, upgrade his skills as you go further into the game. With Logan, to make Logan playable, you mostly have to concentrate on his stamina mostly, and mostly his furious attacks, because he is a ranged character, so him having throwable items, him carrying throwable items and throwing at them at enemies is actually very good. So his, like I said, his stamina is kind of low, so you do have to be careful when in hordes of zombies or more tougher enemies. And here we have the next one, Perna. Her health is 100, speed is 100, and stamina is 90, which is pretty good. I think her name is Perna, right?
I hate rich assholes, which is fucking ironic, since I'm expected to put my bloody life on the line for them. That's what they pay me for, this pricey hotel here. To be a bodyguard for the rich and famous fuckwits who come to Benoi to blow their money. I used to be a cop, a bloody good one. A vice detective in Sydney. You know how many female half-Aborigine detectives there were before me? None. You think it was easy? Suffering the abuse of my so-called colleagues. Half of them hated me because I was a girl, and the other half didn't like the fact that my mum was a Koori. So I came up the hard way. I busted my ass. It took me 12 years to make detective, and that still wasn't enough. It's an old boys club, you know? The whole justice system is a fucking joke. Teenage drug addicts get put away forever, and old white wankers who steal fucking millions get away scot-free. One rich bugger I investigated was clearly molesting his 14-year-old daughter. But he had too much pull with the politicians, so I couldn't touch him. After the girl killed herself, I confronted him, but he just laughed at me. He pulled out a pistol and told me he could blow my bleeding head off and no one would care. Because I was nothing. A nobody. An abo bitch. So I fucking took his gun away and shot the bastard. It was self-defense, but I still got sacked. 12 bloody years down the drain. Worst part is, I didn't even kill the son of a bitch. I just gelded him. One day, I'm gonna have to go back and finish the job.
So this is Perna. Perna is a firearms expert, and she is very difficult to actually play if you choose her solo. If you play with other friends, it will be kind of easy for you if you actually play as her. With Perna, she carries 75% more ammunition than the rest of the characters when you play this game. She could actually craft elemental ammunition, which I will explain as we get further into the game. But upgrading her fury attacks is actually pretty good because she's also a ranged character, throwing knives, and of course having her equipping like with pistols, shotguns, and assault rifles is actually very good for her. But like I said, she is difficult to play because you won't be able to obtain, find, or craft any guns or firearms during like much later into the game. So it will be difficult for her, for you. But the only thing, but there is an alternative. To substitute her firearms abilities, you could also use throwable items, but it still won't be that much. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. So upgrading her fury attacks or other throwable upgrade her other abilities, which makes her to throw ranged weapons much more powerful, much more faster. So yeah, so use her at your own risk, because like I said again, she is difficult to play as. And here's her health, pretty even, with her stamina being 10% more than Logan. And here we have Zane, the sharp weapons expert. Oh yes, we're gonna go through each one of these characters, so you have to bear with me.
My father was a very great man, a chief inspector for the Hong Kong police. Even though he died when I was 10, I remember him very well. He was killed by an enforcer for the Wo Xing Wo triad, and I told myself then that I would follow in his footsteps and honor his memory. He taught me martial arts, and I continued to practice after he was gone. After finishing at the top of my university class, I joined the Hong Kong police and was chosen as part of the first all-female anti-organized crime squad. I worked hard. I did my best. But the men in charge never intended to put us on the front lines. They didn't train us the way they promised they would. They didn't believe any of us women were up to the task. We were only for show. Instead, my superiors sent me here, to this resort, to this front desk, to be an informer, to spy on wealthy Westerners. My father would not be proud of me. This work dishonors his memory. But I will do as they ask, for I am a patriot. But I know I am capable of much, much more. I just need the opportunity to prove myself.
And here's a perfect opportunity for her. Her name is, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Zhang Mei. She is a sharp weapons expert. Also, her concentrating on her fury skills, which I'll get into the skill trees as we get into the game. But she's actually a very high damage dealer, giving her sharp weapons like knives, machetes, you know, butcher knives, things like that. It's actually a great advantage to you because she is an expert at that. Her strength, or her health isn't really that good. As you can see, her health is actually level 90. Her speed is actually great. Her stamina is actually pretty good. So this makes her one of the fastest characters in the game. But well, the fastest characters out of the four, making her, like I said, very fast, getting away with hordes of zombies and much more tougher enemies. But her health is actually not that good. As you can see, it's actually pretty 90. So her major weakness is actually getting into hordes of zombies and with much more tougher enemies. So she's very fragile, but actually a great advantage to her if you running away from, like I said, hordes of zombies or much tougher enemies. So that is actually one of the biggest things. So kind of actually use her at your own risk. But like I said, her speed is actually what will give you the advantage. And there's actually a lot of different strategies to use Zane. The most actually I do like to do is kind of a little bit of spoilers, but creating you know, like bombs and stuff and just throwing it around hordes of bigger enemies and just run away. And that's actually one of the best things. So, and then we have last one, Sam B. He's also the blunt weapons expert.
I grew up in
New Orleans.
Lower Ninth Ward. My daddy went to prison when I was 2. That's where he died. I can go. Mama didn't ever recover from there. Just drank and did crack. And any random motherfucker who didn't smack her around too bad. My nana the one who raised me. She run the Walsh Interior. We lived in a little shotgun house on Burgundy. From the time I was 10, man, I want to rap. I was into old school freestyle rap. and I'd be kicking ass at them battles, bro. But man, just couldn't catch a break. Nothing caught on. So, one Halloween, I come up with "Who Do You Voodoo, bitch?" Just as a motherfucking joke, you know? Went right to the top of the hip-hop charts like a motherfucking rocket. And suddenly, I was famous. Going to the Grammys, hitting the parties. Man, I had bitches up to yin yang. And for the first time in my life, I was making money. Shit. I was spending it as quick as I was getting it. I thought I'd made it, you know what I'm saying? That gravy train wasn't never gonna end. So I did another song, and another song, and nothing hit. Nothing fucking hit. Song after song, and ain't nobody give a shit. Been 10 years, man. And yeah, I can still get gigs, but all they want me to do is, "Who do you voodoo, bitch?" Shit. I used to play the big casinos in Vegas or Atlantic City. Now it's just Reno or Laughlin. Some motherfucking cruise ship. So this gig here might be my last chance. I mean, there's some heavy Hollywood hitters up in there. If I could notice, yeah, I could be right back up on top there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is Sam B, or the one-hit wonder, as he just basically explained. Actually, Sam B, aka his name is actually Phyllis Lamar, is his real name. Sam B is actually one of the greatest, one of the best characters in my opinion in the game, because one, he's a blunt weapons expert, so using like heavy weapons like bats, sledgehammers, you know, things like that, are actually best. And using heavy, I don't know if they still actually patch that, but using heavy weapons when you're playing as Sam uses less stamina, because like I said, he is a blunt weapons expert. And also using guns and like small weapons like knives and butcher knives also works best on him if you don't have a blunt weapon on you. He also starts with an extra 10% health, as you can see, making him a tank. But even though he's a tank, don't think that he's invulnerable. There will be some parts in the game where you'll be facing hordes of zombies and you will be boxed in by them. So just because he has an extra 10% health does not mean he could go down very easily. Well, he can't go down very easily if you upgrade his health and stuff like that as you go, which makes him a beast. And I liked playing as him. And also his health, his stamina is 100%, and the stamina is actually 90, makes it actually pretty good. But the most thing that a lot of people like myself like to play as is mostly Sam B. I like playing as Logan too, because he's mostly even. Well, not really. Well, actually kind of even when it comes to having all abilities. But the blunt weapons expert as Sam is actually pretty good. So I like actually using him a lot. So he could actually withstand hits by regular enemies and tougher enemies, but like I said, once again, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. It does not make him invulnerable. He will go down if you're not very careful. So out of all the 4 characters I've actually chosen, well, actually all the 4 characters I've as we went across and I explained, I'll go with Sam.
I grew up in Norway.
You already completed the prologue, Kat. Do you want to play it again? Yes.
My daddy went to prison. I was 2.
I want to play this again. The prologue, Rise and Shine. Now I know it took kind of long, like almost like 20 minutes. My bad, I wanted to explain the characters and stuff. So bear with me if there isn't really that much progress in this first episode. As we get further into the game, trust me, we'll make a lot of episodes. We'll get through a lot of things and make some serious progress. As you can see in the cutscene where we took some pills and we just blacked out, as you can see, look, there's some Jack Daniels there. We could actually explore a little bit if you wanted to. There's a med kit. Good, because I need it. Nothing really that much to do here, so we just have to keep open the door and stuff. I just keep moving. Now there's a lot of suitcases here, which allows you to, loot and collect useful items and consumables and stuff. Like, for example, like money. Money is actually very important in the Dead Island series, and it will help you a lot. There we go. Toggle the flashlight. Yes, we could toggle the flashlight, and also the flashlight is not infinite, and the battery will drain. But luckily, it recharges, so you don't have to find batteries and stuff. Thank God, because that would have been a pain in the ass if we had to search for batteries for our flashlight. And here we have a mini game, which you have to bang through the, charging through the door. If you actually get towards the middle, you can actually do it in one hit, like I did right there. And that was lucky, first time. Usually I have trouble doing it, and I hate that mini game so much, where you have to like force yourself way in through doors and stuff. I hate it. There's a lot of suitcases for us to loot and stuff. Look at that. Yeah, and in the beginning of the game, oh my God, they are so friendly with you getting items in the beginning. See, like that. See, like, just in the beginning, you just get to loot like crazy. Well, like this is what, and also this is an introduction of what you're actually gonna be doing throughout the game. So this is not actually a good a free. Okay, I guess you could call it a freebie, but it's just a introduction and stuff. And here we have the logo of Techland and stuff. What do you mean? Oh, elevators are offline, but it's telling us to actually find the lobby. Jesus, people are jumping out of their deaths, jumping out of windows and stuff.
Something useful.
Okay. Now, of course, here you could sprint stuff. Here shows your stamina as you're running and stuff, and also using weapons and doing melee attacks does use a lot of your stamina, especially using heavier blunt objects. Takes out a lot of your stamina. And over here we have an Easter egg. Back in 2010, 2011, where they introduced the trailer for Dead Island, when you see the little girl biting the parents and then the parents pushing them out of the window. Here are the two parents right here. Of course, they're already dead, and you don't see the window shattering in the. Yeah, here you don't see like the window shattered. Here, as you see in the trailer, where the parents actually push her out of the parents pushing their daughter out of the window. So yeah, so kind of cool. A little bit of an Easter egg right in the beginning of the game. So that's actually pretty cool. I almost missed that too. Luckily, I wanted to go back here. Yes, I know I could sprint. You don't have to tell me the damn tutorials. Can I jump in the elevator? Thank you.
I can see you through the camera. Feeling alright, mate? No shakes? Fever? Chills? Good. I'll introduce myself later. Right now, we gotta get you the hell out of there. Do exactly as I say, okay? You're gonna have to trust me. First, you need to get hold of a weapon. Search in the maintenance storage room by the end of the corridor. I would move if I were you. Now.
Okay, mysterious voice man. We'll follow your directions.
Let's see what we got.
But first, let's loot these things. So, to be useful for us later. Now, like I said, I recommend you looting a lot of places. Because, well, I bet you recommend looting like a lot of luggages and stuff and crates as we get further into the game, because it will help you tremendously. And here we have a poster here. Now, this is the Bornia. I think I'm pronouncing it right. The Bornia Resort. So this is the island. The name of the island. The name of Bornia. And the island is huge. As we'll get into a little bit more further. As we explore and progress further into the game. So, be prepared to be mind-blowing. I want to say mind-blowing, but... Let me use my flashlight. So these,
It's the infected! Run! Run for the storage room!
and this door automatically opened.
Just a bit farther!
Go for it. Damn, that zombie just like decked me right in the face and just knocked me out. And here we have the, okay, so as you can see is the prologue.
I'm doing it. No! Didn't I bloody tell you? Move. No, stop! Wait! Hey! Can you hear me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Nod your head. Nod your bloody head! I ain't asking you again. Oh, thank God. I'm a doctor, not a bloody executioner.
See, and here's one thing before I actually end off the episode here. Here's one thing, like of course this game got a lot of bad criticism. Some of them are legit, some of them are just plain stupid. But here is one of the legit criticisms. As we were in the main menu, they had a voice. They had voice actors, a dialogue for each one of the characters, and then during all these cutscenes, doing some of these cutscenes as we saw, they don't talk. They just nod their head like they're just a regular character from like past games where they don't even talk. All you have to do is just stay silent and these characters understand you. That's the one thing I don't get. So that's one of the legit criticisms of it. So now since we survived the zombie attack in the hotel and we made it through a hideout, I'm gonna end the episode off here. So next time on Dead Island, we're gonna be continuing and find out what the hell is going on in here. Until next time.